service from a vendor, think about what exactly they are delivering, what exactly they are giving you. So the first thing would be an infrastructure as a service. And this is basically what I give you as a hardware, a virtualized hardware, and that's it. I stop by that. I give you an OS maybe, and then stop by that. Nothing else. So you are free. I give you a bare metal kind of image of an operating system or a host, and then you do whatever you like. And by the way, Amazon are in this space. Amazon services are infrastructure as a service. The cloud computing is basically they give you virtual hosts and do whatever you like. Install Windows, install Linux, install whatever you like with that. Okay? So, on our story, if you like to build an infrastructure as a service, I'll just drop one word. I'm not going to explain it, but in case you are interested, I can have a chat with you afterwards. It's something called the Dynamic Data Center Toolkit. It's basically a toolkit that will enable you to build a virtualized, provisioned, consistently managed infrastructure, so to move into the private cloud thing, or to move into even the public cloud, if you'd like to offer services for the public. That's basically it. The other thing would be actually the platform as a service. And what I mean by platform, I'm not giving you an image of computing and memory resources. No, I give you actually a whole platform, development platform, that enables you to do something even quicker. So in our case, for example, we give you the .NET, we give you IIS, we give you all of the technologies related to .NET development. So you can actually bring your ASP.NET application, throw it away on that machine, and then, of course, you need to tweak things here and there. But that's basically the thing behind platform as a service. So I give you actually a working, running platform, development platform for you to develop an application. Google, for example, they offer a platform as a service with their app engine. So utilizing Python and some other technologies as well. So you can choose to go with Microsoft public cloud, Windows Azure, SQL Azure, whatever, or you can build your own. Deliver that with the power of Dynamic Data Center Toolkit. You can go and offer a platform of .NET and SQL Server for your own customers. And then go with the pay-as-you-go stuff and so forth. On top of that, this is where the hot topic comes in the picture. Although lots of companies are looking for infrastructure as a service, some others looking for platform as a service, but it's not as appealing as software as a service. Or, okay, software plus services. I'm using it interchangeably now. So software as a service, I would like to have a business application ready-made for my own business. I would like to have email delivered in the cloud. I would like to have SharePoint. I would like to have CRM, ERP, whatever, clinics management system, students management system, and so forth. You can come up with different scenarios that will be a hot topic for different organizations, especially the small and medium businesses in this aspect. So you can go with whatever we provide as our public cloud, or you can build your own private or public cloud using technologies like SharePoint, Exchange, and so forth. So whoever is interested in this kind of thing and the details, I'm willing to actually give more details afterwards. I have to run. I'm not sure about how much time I still have. Where is Yasser? I'll move on anyways. Just a quick look on Microsoft. And actually, early March, Steve Ballmer was giving a speech. And he was emphasizing that the fact about we are all in the cloud. Microsoft is all in the cloud. So just to contradict whoever is saying that we are not getting into the cloud computing space and so forth. And just small figures. Right now, 70% of 40,000 people building software from Microsoft are using some cloud-based technologies or developing cloud-aware technologies and products. And the biggest thing coming in the picture right now, just expected soon, SharePoint. SharePoint is into the cloud-based services by SharePoint Online and Office Applications Online and so forth. So that's just a small figure of how many people we have in Microsoft who actually delivered that. In 1 year, Steve Ballmer promised to actually go into 90% of that development resources and task force to actually go and tackle the cloud-based services and cloud-aware software in this aspect. If you have a look, we've been there for like 10 years back. I'm not marketing Microsoft, but just answering some questions that may be in your minds. Windows Azure and SQL Azure are cloud computing offerings. They are actually cloud computing offerings. Okay, that's one thing. So they started with cloud in mind anyways. If you go into Bing, Hotmail, and Windows Live, they were born in the cloud. So 10 years back, they were there, MSN Search, Hotmail, and stuff like that. They were, delivering the whole cloud for email and so forth. So that's basically one aspect of it. Windows Phone, and Xbox integrate with the cloud. So if you have an Xbox, with Xbox Live, you can actually do gaming over the cloud. Your phone can do backup over the cloud, can do synchronization over the cloud. Your Windows, the same thing, and so forth. And latest thing, Office, Exchange, and SharePoint are focused in the cloud. And that's what's happening with the 2010 wave of products that we're building. So basically, that's a fact of life. Microsoft is, and for the cloud, we are all in. We are completely in. So how much time? I would like to see how much time I still have, because I may not, go through. So I'll skip those slides and just show you one appealing thing, because شكلي صدعت روسكم, huh? Okay. Yes or no? No. Okay. I was expecting yes. So this is just something I talked about earlier, but just, a quick look on inside Microsoft Data Center. By the way, Microsoft Data Centers are 7 around the world. They are huge data centers, really, really huge. Just go to Google or Bing and search for Microsoft Data Centers. Or if you'd like to be more specific, search for container-based data centers. This is an image of San Antonio in Texas, under construction. It's already, completed, I believe. But this is, an area of, construction of a data center of Microsoft. What we have, this is the image of a ready-made data center, just to show you, how beautiful it is. But more importantly, if you look at this, huh?
Not beautiful.
Not a beautiful. It's actually beauty. You will see why. This is تعرفون containers. Containers that gets on a truck. It's actually a container. That's a look inside a container full of computers that has 3 outputs or inputs only. It has a wire of electricity to the container. It has a wire of water for cooling. And it has a wire of networking. Only that. It's a closed box. It's around 1,000 or something PCs or computers inside this container that gets those 3 cables inside, and that's it. No one can open this even if 20% fails of those computers, because it's not worth it. It's a closed box. You don't want to open it because 1 PC or 2 PCs or 3 PCs were down or failed or corrupted or whatever. They will just go on until you reach a threshold. I think the threshold was 20% or something. If 20% of computing resources in this container failed, there will be a replacement. There will be a truck coming in, disconnect this container, move it, come up with a new container and put it back. And to look at that, it's like a warehouse, by the way, guys. A warehouse of containers, computing containers. That's the new way of delivering data centers. So I really don't need to do, fancy stuff on my data center or cooling or whatever. Everything is built as units, containers, and everything is there. You just bring new containers and remove. And actually, it's like a data center, a container at a time. So building by containers. You bring a container, you remove a container, and so forth. So these are some images of the containers in a warehouse. Sorry, data warehouse. Why am I saying that? So a warehouse of containers that actually basically the data centers of Microsoft. Each container, remember, it's like coming with 3 cables to run that container in that aspect. So these are just images of those. It's amazing, actually. And you just look at the latest data center that we have built was in UK. So we as Microsoft, not me, not anyone in Saudi, unfortunately.
Why did you do this in the innovation center?
It's a heavy investment in the beginning. So you do this only if you really have great demand on computing. What we have is just, that whatever we have here does not fill even a quarter or a fifth of a container. So it's not worth the hustle anyways. Okay? So this is for, by the way, those data centers run